Hello and welcome to Just One More Watch. My apologies for the dodgy voice today. It's a virus, but not the virus. I'm sure I'll be better next week. Anyway, welcome today to the review of what I believe may well be the world's best value watch as of today, October 2022. And I'm going to prove how great value this watch is. I'm going to give one away, if you want one that is, with a little bit of help from JomaShop. More on that later. Now you saw the pop-up. This video is therefore sponsored by JomaShop. Now, value, I appreciate, is both deeply subjective and deeply relative, but how does all of this sound? A classic design from a big Swiss brand featuring an automatic movement, 3-day power reserve, sapphire crystal, lume, 100 meters of water resistance. The price? On a leather strap, $239. On a full metal bracelet, $239. So what is it and what do you have to do to win it, or whatever else you fancy from JomaShop? Well, they are providing a $200 gift voucher today. I will supplement that with a $50 gift voucher. I'll leave a link in the description of the video to today's watch. Mosey on over, click the link, have a look at the JomaShop website and tell me what you think is the best value watch under $250 that Joma currently sells. Subscribe to the channel, like the video and leave me a comment. Let me know what your choice is. It's the same as mine, it's different from mine, it doesn't matter. I will pick one random comment in a week's time, pin that comment, hey presto, you've won $250 at JomaShop to spend as you like it. But please beware of the scammers. I will never ask you to telegram me, I'll never ask you to WhatsApp me, and I will never ask you for a cent. So will your choice be the same as mine, or will you find something even better that I missed? I guess it depends on what my choice is, doesn't it? Let's flip the camera and find out. So a big brand Swiss auto for under $250. What big brand do you think that might be? Now, the access to a 3-day power reserve auto is a bit of a clue. That suggests Swatch Group. So, which of the Swatch Group brands? It's Tissot. Now, I'm a big fan of Tissot. I've been recommending their watches since I started this channel, and I think they're on a real tear at the moment. First with the Gentleman, then the PRX, which is still everywhere, by the way. That's two of the best affordable everyday watches of the last 5 years right there. But what's inside the box today? Well, it's one of their older models, perhaps now therefore a little overlooked in light of these recent new releases. It's the PR100. And it's two-tone. Now, I did say there were some negatives. The super hot price of $239 on a bracelet only applies to the two-tone. You got plenty of other options, as I'll talk about in just a second. Now, two-tone can be a little bit old man, so I suggest you embrace your inner old man or inner old lady, because let's face it, you're going to have to embrace them at some point. I think it actually adds something to what otherwise could be a quite plain design. But as I said, you do have options. Why do I have two boxes? Well, because I have two watches today. JomaShop initially sent me this one, the black dial on the leather strap, because that's what I asked for. Then I saw the deal in the two-tone. I got back to JomaShop and I bought one for myself. So I will show you both of the watches over the course of today's video. So to confirm then, $239 for the black dial and leather strap, $239 for the champagne dial two-tone on the bracelet, and $275, so only $36 more if you want the black one on the bracelet. I think that is still awesome value considering what you're getting for the money. And what you're getting is an affordable, Swiss-made, everyday / go anywhere, do anything watch with a great set of dimensions for that role. 39mm in diameter, but only 10.5mm thick. Lug-to-lug is a super compact 44mm. It does have male end links though, which puff that up just a little bit. 20mm lug width means easy strap changes. Sized up for me, 7-inch wrist. It weighs in at 130 grams on the nose. The dimensions on the leather strap variant, oddly enough, are identical, apart from the weight, which is halved down to 64 grams. Now, the case itself is so slim that it can afford to be pretty flat at the bottom. There is, however, a lovely curve running from lug to lug at the top edge, which has a nice high polished chamfer to it as well. The rest of the case has a very fine brush. 6mm push-pull crown is branded with a Tissot T. Both the crown and the high polished fixed bezel are gold tone, so that's coated stainless steel. You're not getting gold for $250, fairly obviously. And as noted, the watch has 100 meters of water resistance. Perfect GADA specs then, of course, when you combine that with sapphire crystal covering the dial. Now the crystal is flat, so you do get a bit of bounce back occasionally, as you can see, but for the price you have to expect a few compromises. It's by no means a deal breaker. Likewise, there are a couple of compromises with the bracelet. The outer links have the same brushed finish as the majority of the watch case. The angled inner links have a high polish with a gold tone coating. Push pins hold it all together, but the tolerances are very tight. There's very little flex on this bracelet. The clasp though is pretty basic. Lots of micro adjustment at least, 5 holes in the Tissot T stamped into the upper surface with a couple of different finishes, but it's pressed and pretty cheap feeling. At least it sits slim on wrist, as you'll see. The leather strap option looks good. It's full crop, but it's genuine cow. It tapers from 20 to 18, but it's very stiff. That means it will last for years, but it means that the first few days is going to feel a bit awkward. It certainly did for me. But let's look at what I think is the standout feature of this PR100. As advertised on the dial, it contains the Powermatic 80 movement made by ETA. If you're unfamiliar with these, it's essentially an ETA 2824 with a larger mainspring and the beat rate reduced from 4Hz to 3Hz. Those two things double the power reserve all the way up to 80 hours. So if this is your Monday to Friday watch, you can stick on your G-Shock on a Friday night, pick this one back up on a Monday morning, and you're still good to go because of that long power reserve. You'd normally be spending big bucks on an in-house movement by Omega, Tudor, Oris or Rolex to get a 3-day plus power reserve Swiss Auto. So to find one for under $250 is frankly pretty amazing. And you get to see it through a display case back. There's a little bit of decoration here and there on the movement itself, and I do like that black rotor. But be careful, the PR100 is available with a bunch of different movements in it. If you want this one, make sure it advertises this one on the dial of the watch. The dial and hands of the PR100 are clean, simple, and I think timeless. Both watches feature sunburst, but it is quite mild. Indices are applied, high polished, unfaceted rectangular batons, again really simple. They do catch the light nicely though, as do the hands, as you can see here. The hands, however, have a couple of levels and a couple of textures to them, a bit more complexity there, and some lume, as I'll show you in just a minute. Tissot are very proud of their history as a marketing tool, hence why 1853 features on the dial of the watch, just beneath the printed brand name. And I'd definitely rather that they didn't print the movement on the dial of the watch, but at least it does ensure that you're buying the correct one. It's all pretty straightforward, but there are a couple of nice touches, including a date complication at 6, always so much neater than one at 3, which knocks out the symmetry, and the signature Tissot T counterbalance of the second hand. That initially looks quite big, but you soon get used to its presence. And it's all really neat and tidy, no dust, no fluff, no rough edges, all looks very well put together considering the price. It's definitely not the most exciting dial and handset on the market, but like I said, clean and simple. Now this style of watch should come with a little bit of lume, and this one comes with a little bit of lume. Those rectangular baton indices are unlumed, so you only get the bare minimum here on the hour hand and the minute hand. It does okay when I turn the speed up. I mean, you can still read it at the end of my test, but yeah, bare minimum seems to be an appropriate term. On wrist, it's just as you'd hope it would be. Nice weight, nice balance on this bracelet. It sits well, it's slim, and it's a good size overall for a daily, I think. As you can see, I've scratched up the bezel of this two-tone one already. So yeah, high polished bezel is going to show up scratches more readily than if it were brushed. And the clasp may be cheap, but there's plenty of adjustments so you'll get a good fit, and it's certainly not bulky. On leather, it's even lighter, of course. Now, the good level of water resistance means you could put this one on a rubber strap, no problem at all, if you wanted something a bit more compliant than this particular leather strap that you could also get wet as a bonus. And the 20 to 18 taper is pretty standard, meaning you could take that Tissot hardware with you if you were swapping straps. Alright, pocket shots. Now, I've been wearing the bracelet version low and loose like this below the knuckle. I must say, I do quite like the champagne dial, but again here you see the flat sapphire doesn't always help with legibility. There are some compromises at this price as discussed. And I've been wearing the leather higher only because it's 60 odd grams, but the strap on this one definitely needs another couple of weeks and some sweat to break it in a bit better. Moans and niggles then. Well, the loom is nothing to write home about. The flat sapphire can also be a bit glitchy depending on which angle you're looking at it from. The bracelet can also pull the occasional hair. I think it's because there isn't much space between the links, so if a hair goes in, it's only coming out one way. And let's be honest, the whole watch is a little bit plain Jane. Those newer Tissot models have captured the attention of the market more than the PR100 ever did because they've got a little bit more oomph to them, I think. This watch is perhaps a little bit safe by comparison, but the price on these has been going down recently as a consequence. How much more watch do you want for $250? How much more watch is it possible to actually buy for $250? It may be a little bit vanilla, but you're getting a 5-litre tub of vanilla for the price of 1 litre of Tutti Frutti. So there you have it. It's two-tone and it's a little bit vanilla, but that PR100 is ridiculous value for money at the moment. I think anyway. Do you agree? Or is there something else on the Joma Shop website that you think is even better for less than 250 bucks? Click the link in the description, have a route around the website, leave a comment with your answer. On this video, I'll pick one random winner in a week's time. There are no right or wrong answers, by the way. As I said, value is subjective. I'll pin the winning comment, asking the winner to contact me by email. I'll then hook you up with $250 to spend as you see fit on Joma Shop. Once again, don't fall for the scammers. I try and delete their comments as quickly as they come in, but if it doesn't look like me, it's because it's not me. And if you don't win this one, plenty more giveaways coming up soon. If you've made it this far, why not check out one of my other videos about the PR100? Here's the unboxing of the leather strap variant from earlier this year, and that's a head-to-head against the Seiko Sarb 033. Thanks for watching this one. Good luck with the giveaway. I'll see you again in a future video.